So listen here. I'm just going to call it like it is. I don't care who gets offended or get mad. At the end of the day, the match with Jade Cargill and Tiffany Stratton at SummerSlam, it just did not deliver. It did not meet up to whatever the expectations were. And I know that these two ladies are capable on putting on a way better match than what we saw at SummerSlam. The problem is what I saw was, and this match only proved that these two ladies need more work. They need more time to be seasoned. And even though they built up Jade Cargill, they gave her this great storyline angle with Naomi and Bianca Belair, that has officially been put on hold. I don't know if the plan going forward is to turn Bianca heel or turn Jade heel to have a feud with one another. I don't know what's going on with that. But this is a match that a lot of people would say that this could be a banger of a match. And these two ladies right now, they're in the midst of fulfilling their potential as athletes in the women's division. And a passable match, it's just not going to do. Okay, when you think about the women's championship, right? We got to hold it to a higher standard. It's like with the men's world championship. There's a standard that needs to be met, right? When you look at the top faces of the company when it comes to the men, Hulk Hogan was the standard. Then it was Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock. Then it was John Cena. Then it was Roman Reigns. Then it was Cody Rhodes. All right. Cody Rhodes had to meet up to the standard that Roman Reigns had set. And Cody's doing an okay job at the end of the day. A lot of people still are interested in his character regardless. And he is the front running quarterback as of right now. When it comes to the ladies, and honestly, I know there's going to be a lot of people that are going to disagree and don't really like this woman at all, and that's Nia Jax. Nia Jax has set a standard for that title. And I'm going to tell you why. Because she won Queen of the Ring, not because everybody wanted her to win. It's because of the work that she had to put in behind the scenes to meet up to a standard that Bianca Belair had set, Charlotte Flair had set, Rhea Ripley. And those ladies that I just mentioned, they have put on the best women's matches in the past 5 years. They're responsible for the best female matches. Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair, Rhea Ripley. Those three are the standard. Right? I would say Bianca, in my opinion, she has surpassed a Charlotte Flair and a Rhea Ripley, in my opinion. Nia Jax, to me, has stepped up her game in a big way. And to me, I think they should have kept the title on her a little bit longer to a WrestleMania instead of giving it to Tiffany Stratton, because Tiffany Stratton is showing me now that she's not delivering in a way that is making her seen as a legit women's champion. Right? Now, I would say she's doing a little bit better than Jade, but at the same time, I need to see more from Tiffany Stratton. Her promos are weak. They're very rehearsed. You know, she keeps saying, oh, what time is it? It's Tiffy time. You know, she needs to come up with something better to say, like, and she needs more time, man. The same thing with Jade. Jade, to me, already has the look, already has the star quality. Perfect, right? She got that aura going on. But when it comes down to being the women's champion, you have to be able to carry the matches. You have to be able to be that general in the ring. We're not saying that, oh, Jade got to wrestle 30 minutes. No. No. If anything, if your plan is to make her look dominant, give her 10 minutes max. But she still has to be able to hold up her end of the bargain in the match with more experienced talent like an Asuka, a Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair, Io Sky, Rhea Ripley. because those are ladies that have proven themselves to be the top tier of when it comes to matches, when it comes to in-ring ability. And this right now is about meeting up a standard. And Jade right now, she doesn't meet up to that standard. This is why I'm calling for Bianca Belair to beat Tiffany Stratton for the Women's Championship. And then from there, because Bianca Belair is way more experienced, Bianca Belair has proven herself to be top tier, and she has always been consistent. She delivers on the mic. She delivers in her character. She delivers in the ring. Okay? Tiffany Stratton does not really meet the requirements. As of right now, she doesn't. So that's why her title reign is very lukewarm. Now, I understand why they kept the belt on Tiffany. It was because she was the safe bet to win. That doesn't mean she was the best option to win, but Tiffany just is a safe bet because they want to push a fresh new star like Tiffany Stratton. She is fresh, she's young, she has a lot of years ahead of her. She's not the standard though. There was a promo that she had cut saying to Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair that you guys were the standard and I'm the upgrade. However, she has proven herself not to be an upgrade. She's not an upgrade at all. If anything, she's a downgrade from what Nia Jax was as women's champion and what Bianca Belair was as women's champion. Hell, even Io Sky or Bayley, right? And I thought Io and Bayley were way better women's champions than what Tiffany Stratton is right now. Would Jade be a better women's champion? Who knows? But I think if Jade takes the belt off of someone like Bianca Belair, who has risen to a higher standard in the women's division, and she beats Bianca Belair, that would mean more for Jade. That would mean more for her career, and she was good enough to meet up to Bianca's standard and to now carry that division and be able to lead matches the right way, carry the matches, and be what. And by that time, right, which will be WrestleMania 42. Let's go with WrestleMania 42. From SummerSlam to WrestleMania, you put the belt on Bianca, take it off of Tiffany, and from that time span, from SummerSlam to WrestleMania 42, you build up Jade, and you reestablish Bianca as a top name in the women's division. You cool off on Tiffany, you let Tiffany kind of work on her character a little bit, and Jade wins the Royal Rumble. And the reason why I say Jade and Bianca is the match for WrestleMania 42 is because Bianca could really help Jade. And she was probably the main one really helping Jade when she first got into the WWE. Bianca could help Jade meet the standard that the company wants her to meet. By the time she wins the women's title from Bianca at WrestleMania 42, it would be a legit crowning moment for Jade. And she beats somebody that has actually established themselves in the women's division. See, it means more for Jade to beat Bianca instead of having her beat Tiffany, who is not well seasoned herself. Tiffany is not well established herself, and she's got more work to do. So even if Jade beat Tiffany, it wouldn't really matter. So what do you want? Would you rather have Jade beat Tiffany now, knowing it's not going to mean much because she's not beating somebody that has met the standard already, versus somebody that already does meet the standard, has been consistent, has been put on the greatest women's matches in the last 5 years in Bianca, right? Someone that she works well with to begin with. Her and Bianca are going to work well together anyway, right? They got history. They were former tag team champions. They're part of their, that whole angle when Naomi pushed Jade off the truck into a car windshield. And it's like the history writes itself with Jade and Bianca. And Jade will get a huge crowning moment at WrestleMania 42 when she takes that strap off of Bianca. Bianca then passes the torch to Jade. It's the same thing with like a Brock Lesnar or Kurt Angle. See, the thing with Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar was Brock Lesnar needed Kurt Angle to help get himself over. If Brock wanted to reach that next level, he had to get past Kurt Angle, because at that time, Kurt Angle was the standard for the WWE Championship. You had to outdo Kurt Angle. You had to meet his standard, or if not, surpass it. Brock Lesnar, if he didn't have Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar would have never grown into the performer or the athlete that he is today without Kurt Angle pushing him. That's the same thing with Jade Cargill. If you don't have a Bianca Belair, how can Jade actually get better? If she doesn't have a Bianca Belair, how can Jade progress as a performer, as an athlete? Because it takes two to tango. You don't have two inexperienced athletes try to better one another. Because then, if you're trying to give these two ladies, and this is why they gave these ladies a short match, because they knew that Tiffany and Jade are inexperienced. They know that they're still green, and they're not ready to give them a longer match. So, hindsight, they did those two justice by giving them a short match to protect their deficiencies. Does it make sense now? So with Bianca Belair, she doesn't have deficiencies because she can go 20, 25 minutes. And she can push Jade to meet up to a standard to where, okay, she's women's champion. She can carry the division, and now she can carry these other women into longer matches and should be way more established. So I'd say going forward, get the belt on Bianca, make Jade win the Royal Rumble, make her earn it, make her work for it, make her more hungry for it. That way, when she beats Bianca at WrestleMania, it means more.